Hoćeš ama jesi na srpski?
Isto kao mama. Uzme od tate, sakrije.
Andavanjarte.
Samo ona zna gdje je ostavila.
Andavanjarte.
Molim te.
Vale. Luckily they say here when you cross the border it's okay if you're late, but I don't feel good being late. But it's time to go and enjoy. Vamos.
Hola. It was a wonderful party, but the smoke was too much. Mama, baby. And my voice, Vera's voice, we all have our eyes like, let's go to sleep. Agarró, ¿no venís acá a dibujar? Salaš.
Hay animales.
Kažeš mi, ti si sada naš ukajaj. Nećeš ni isprobati. Ne znaš, ti nećeš da ideš tamo, jel?
Pozdrav from Novi Sad, amigos. We knew we were gonna come here around this time because we had a very special invitation to a baptism. And we wanted to plan a trip around it, and finally that we have a bit more time, flexibility or freedom, we got to come, the three of us. It's so crazy because I've been here, I don't know, I think maybe 10 times throughout my years of traveling and my life here in the Balkans, but it's Jovan's first time in Novi Sad. That's crazy. Of course, anytime we get to show Verita any new place, I'm beyond excited to enjoy traveling with her. The only thing is, traveling by car lately, whenever we have to go through Croatia, which is the fastest way because of geographically the places where we have to go to are located, since they enter the EU and this digital passport control thing, it's really not as convenient as before. And I've read that it's also the same case for anyone going from Montenegro to Croatia and vice versa. So I'm very curious to see how this summer is going to be, how it's going to go. Anyone who intends to go a bit around the Balkans, I'm really curious to see how passport control will be. Usually when we come from Banja Luka to Serbia, we used to go through Gradiška and we would exit, drive for about an hour and a half through Croatia, and then enter Serbia. That's the fastest, or was the fastest. This time we decided to just do Bosnia, Serbia, via Bijeljina. And it does take an hour longer, but to be honest, the previous times, the most recent times we've done this trip, we would be stuck in the Croatia-Serbia border for 2 hours, so might as well. And the road was pretty nice and easy and chilled. We did come on a Sunday. Now we're gonna go back on a Tuesday. I think we're just gonna go to Croatia when we're going to Croatia, which it's happening in a couple of weeks. So yes. Another thing about Novi Sad and where we're staying is that it's in a neighborhood, 12 minutes from the city center. And we came to a baptism / birthday, which was in Veternik, which is this way, and then we went to see family in Temerin, which is this way, and then we wanted to go to the city center of Novi Sad and walk around, which is that way. So we really had to find a very strategic place so that we wouldn't have to drive, too long for each visit. And we found this cute little place. Okay, it's not really little. The location was perfect for our plans. Yesterday when we went to Novi Sad and we got in the car to drive here, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see, but it's like a neighborhood. And yesterday we spent the whole afternoon relaxing after being out in the garden. They have a beautiful garden. Then we got pizza delivery and we enjoyed it there and then came upstairs. But yeah, yesterday when we were in Novi Sad, we got in the car to come here. It was like 12 minutes, which is great. And now we're gonna go to Salaš, which I'll show you now what it is. Hopefully now that we ripped off the band-aid, we can come back as a family more often. I came here with Novi Sad Tourism in October, and the amount of things that there are to do in Novi Sad and around. We have Fruška Gora, we have vineyards, there's a lot of outdoor sports to do. I think it's a really nice area for family holidays. So yeah, considering we have so much family here, we need to come back. Yeah. Vamos con la primera. Apa.
Svaka čast duše.
That's cheese. Oh, it has ham and cheese, and then the... To ima i slanina.
Svega. Baš se topi.
Esta tiene slanina, jaja i stokulen. Kako ide situacija, to je treći savera.
Treći komad.
A mí me está gustando más esta. Y también tenemos una pizza sladka.
Pizza na mjestu.
Y el nombre me gusta también.
Nombre, marketing, svaka čast ko je osmislio ideju.
Kako je tu mamica došla naša? Ćao Alina, mami. Jaj, mamica naša.
Mira esa que linda, esa amarilla.
Sad ćemo da vidimo.
Es 3. 11. Mira. ¿No lo viste eso, contata? Dale, anda corriendo, a ver qué. Dale, dale, dale.
Bolje, no?
Ne mogu.
Niška, ovo proba kajmak, proba ono što Vera voli.
Kajmak, si. I made this video before, but I think this is the Mongolice kulen. I will check.
You're the expert now. Profesionalac za Mongolice, Denise.
It's so good. This one is not spicy, but the taste is so strong and different. This is homemade pasteta. And the kaimak, can you show it? It's hidden down there. ¿Vos tenés kaimak? Oh, it's so creamy. Y estamos comiendo persnica. Es pan, bread dipped in egg. Ahora, when we go back to, now we're gonna go drive by Shabbat to meet a girl from Argentina that just moved here, married to a Serbian man. And gracias. And she brought something very important for me. You cannot eat it this time. It's really, really important. ¿Qué es un patique? So listen to this. We arrive here to this accommodation and we're talking with the host and, you know, we're sharing each other's life stories and everything. And then she tells us that her husband's family is actually from Bosnia. So typical. From where? What's the last name? And so on. So it happens to be that his family is from the area where Jovan's grandma is. The one we show you a lot when we go visit her. So I don't know what you believe in, but I think that you're meant to meet the right people at all times in your life. And when that happens, I really don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's like a very special encounter that we should really look into, you know, like why are you meeting this certain people at a certain time? I love it. And that also brings me, I don't know, it was, you would say, you know, if we came from Anyaluka here to attend the baptism birthday, but as a family, this trip was very, I want to say emotional and intense, because when we are driving, we're talking a lot. We're drinking mate and talking and, you know, driving past places that probably we didn't see before. And it's like a really nice time when we get to chat, right? And there's a whole debriefing I need to do about this baptism and this birthday, because every time we have a celebration like that is when I realize how big Jovan's family is. And my family is not that big. Or maybe we are, but we are not in touch with everyone. And it's something so emotional to see, like the family tree, how everyone comes together for these celebrations, how grateful and emotional everyone gets that we get to be in the same place. And then, you know, the children get married and they get kids, and then those kids grow up with each other, or they all meet up at the celebration. Like for me, it's something so special to see. And as the food comes out and everyone drinks and so on, you start to see people hugging and having really intense conversations. And it's something that had us talking after with Jovan. Especially because after we went to see one of his very close cousins who lives here, and she always goes to Banja Luka for everything. Her and her family, they are always there. And I can relate to her so much because she's the daughter that left, like me, and I always see myself in her. So it's so nice that finally, you know, someone from Bosnia comes and spends time with her here and sees her house and sees where she lives. Those things are just so special, you know. And I dare to say that here in this region, or at least here where we are, or at least Jovan's family, like the huge effort they put into maintaining and taking care of this family union, which contributes to being and having a huge community of support. I rarely see this nowadays, and I love it. And I know that it can be a bit toxic sometimes, that pressure of having to attend or given amount of money, or those things that are, I think, more like can be like a toxic cultural aspect. But I think it also depends on how you see it and prefer to be part of it. And I told you, like, this is something, like, the way the world is moving forward, pushing us to become more individual and just have a more private, separate life, which is also okay, good. But I'm like, this goes with our values and what we consider important, both as individuals, because I think that's one of the reasons why we're together. We have similar or the same values, but also as a family. I am so grateful that Veda has this. And I'm like, we really need to prioritize this and contribute to this and take care of this, because it's fading away, and I'm not happy to see that it's fading away. So yeah, it was a very it's a very special trip because of that. And as every trip, we leave and we return home like so inspired and motivated to, okay, let's do it, let's go. So I think that's also the beauty of taking a break for a couple of days, a week. Leave your circle, leave your space, change your perspective, come back and face life with a changed view or a refreshed view. Oh my god, what's in this mate, por favor?